Hello, everyone, and happy day 3 of the Perfect 10 Method, the summertime edition. 'Tis I, your fearless leader, Aubrey Warwick, and creator of the Perfect 10 DOI. Gals, if you are just jumping on, let me know where you are right now. Are you at your house? Are you at the grocery store? Are you sneaking in the last day of Perfect 10, which, spoiler alert, I have a bonus. I have a little bonus for tomorrow. But where are you? Exactly, I want to know. And don't say the drive-thru of Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, because I know you made your organic coffee today. All right, ladies, for those of you who are completely new to this group, and maybe you joined the challenge just a smidge late, you were a little tardy. My name is Aubrey Warwick, and I have been in the business of building bodies for the last 2 decades, specifically with women. And what I specialize in is helping women close the gap from where they currently are to where they want to be. Yes, making all of their wildest fitness, health, mindset goals come true. And I say that half joking, but honestly half serious. A lot of times we doubt ourselves. And I just shared this message with my Envision group today. And I sent them a little message as a group. And I said, gals, the devil is in the doubt. We all have this little voice that we discovered on day 1 maybe wasn't meant for us, but we picked it up along the way somewhere when we were younger. Yeah, our younger selves. And that doubt started to creep in and unfortunately become the dominant voice. And so a big part of transformations is to start to not only quiet the voice of doubt, but parent it, because it's going to continue to creep up. And this is why people hire experts in their finances, in their relationships, in their fitness, and in their health. Because if nothing changes, drop in the comments, then nothing changes. All right, gang. So I've taken my years of expertise in fitness, exercise physiology, nutrition, all the different certifications, degrees that I have under my belt, and all that's great. But people are like, wonderful, Aubrey, what can you do for me? Can you get me the results? Well, in past Perfect 10 challenges, people have shared their results. And what we see on social media, especially in the business that I'm in, is the physical result, right? Inches off the midsection, pounds down on the scale. But how do we exude that with a feeling? We feel proud, we feel accomplished, we feel empowered. All of those different words will resonate when you finish what you start. Especially, I'll give you guys mad kudos if you finish what you start, because this is free and it's pretty much self-led. I mean, after this week, baby birds going out of the nest or baby birds coming to give me a call. All right. So if you did your work yesterday, please drop in the comments. Aubrey, yes, I did it. Where's my little yes? There we go. There's a yes. We want the yes. Did you do your you work? And I know I know the people who found the pinned post. And Facebook's funny because it says pin this post, but when you go into the group again, you have to select on features. And so that will be like, oh, there's where the day 2 pinned post is. It's a little tricky, but this is also free, so I can't really complain about the Facebook app too much, right? It enables us to connect and to do fun things and to use it as a force of good. All right, so Dan, my man, my left-hand man, my chocolate brown eyes over there, psst, it's his birthday tomorrow. If you're friends with Dan on Facebook, please wish him a happy birthday. He loves that. He loves that. And I'm being serious. He really does. Okay. All right. So the people that I want to give a shout out to who found that post, Janet, thank you. Janet is on it. She's so techie. She's so techie. Even the techie people say she's techie. Nicole Earhart, Lisa Haffer, Heather Settlemeyer, Kayla Starr-Smith, Stefania Kavanaugh, Mikette Steinbesser, Christine Whitbort. If you gals are out there, give them some snaps. Actually, that's a hard emoji to do. Or how about some hearts? Because You came to play. If you're showing up right now, I see BJ, I see Kathy, I see Amanda. If you're showing up right now, did you come to participate or did you come to just sit back and be a fly on the wall? Either are fine. But what happens is when we lean in and we change our physiology and we show up, we focus, we put the blinders on, you are going to graduate today, P10, feeling like you just got your college diploma. Because in this day and age, it is hard to focus for over, 3 minutes max? I have no idea on that stat, but I'm going to guess 60 seconds because that's what like a reel is these days on a short on YouTube. All right. So congratulations, ladies. Now I'm going to offer another prize today. And the prize is going to be for those people who tag me in either their stories or on social media. Hey, love it or hate it, guys. This is how the world works. Let's consider this like my tip jar. All right. So let's say you are like really loving life with P10. And in fact, I might be safe to say that because if you're still here, you are. Post a picture of you drinking your liver rescue smoothie. Say something nice about it that's truthful and tag me. Like, you know what? I just miss drinking something with this much, well, this would be from my words, life force. You know, you feel the life force of the food. It hasn't been sitting on a shelf or in a package for 30 days. It is a fresh way to start the day and you can feel it. You can feel it revitalize your system and wake you up without caffeine. All right. That's why I love that smoothie. My parents are down here this week in Lake Norman visiting with us and my son. And I made my dad the liver rescue smoothie yesterday. He's like, I can't drink all of this. I'm like, Dad, it's like half of a banana and half a couple blueberries. I split it with him and dragon fruit. And of course, he was able to finish it. Let's be real. Okay. But anywho's, I digress. We are going to do a quick recap. We're going to talk about also some other shifts because I have a special guest today. And Dan doesn't know this. Dan is going to lose his mind because we are going to be talking about, and he's coming to our house. He's going to be ringing the doorbell any second now. And so we're talking about money, 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 money. So Dave Ramsey is coming on as a guest today. No, he's not. Of course he's not. If you know who Dave Ramsey is, please drop in the comments yes. Now, Dave Ramsey would not say, just drink your liver rescue smoothie. He would say, eat your rice and beans, beans and rice to save money. We are going to be talking about for those women out there who are thinking about hiring a specialist, yours truly, to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Maybe if that's in the form of improved body composition, more energy, hormone balancing, you just want that transformation, but there is something cock blocking you. And typically people say, I don't know if I got time for that, or I don't know if I want to spend my money there. Because chances are, if you're over the age of 35, you probably have the money. The issue lies between your ears is that, do we want to spend that money? Because you're going to spend the money somehow. I hear from people all the time, well, I just got these new Spanx. I just got this weighted vest. I got these pants that if you wear them, they're going to help you burn more calories. I just got this laser that I could put on my belly, and or maybe it's fill in the blank that makes us think that we are going to feel like a perfect 10 after it, but really we end up feeling like a perfect 4, right? And guys, I've been there. What other workout outfit could I buy that's going to make me feel sexier, right? That's what the workout lines now, it's like they sell you on the feeling. But at the end of the day, I want to say, I want you to feel good even in a potato sack. All right, I don't know where that came from, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. So quick summary, we learned a very powerful technique that talked about the stop sign technique. This is true to the P10 protocol and formula that says stop, I'm a perfect 10. This helps with neuroplasticity, rewiring the brain so that you can make the most informed, intuitive decision about your food, about your mood, and about your exercise habits. It is super powerful. It has helped me heal from years and years of food abuse. Okay. On day 2, I really liked day 2. I was digging the pillow exercises, and Heather made a comment in her work. She was digging the calf pumps, the calf raises, but we were treating them like a pump that we were pumping up our energy because we were getting more blood flow up to our brain. Okay. And that helps combat brain fog. I love biohacking. I love learning all about the different supplements that are out there and all that stuff. However, we can't biohack ourselves from poor sleep, a tricky diet, and a crappy mindset. Ain't gonna happen. Can I get a yes if you know what I'm talking about? All right. So Perfect 10 is the lifestyle audit. It is a lifestyle audit, and I'm super proud of it. And I am proud that you are going through this with me. For those of you who are going to be finishing Perfect 10, you are going to be finishing this next week. But I have a very special bonus for all of you. I'm going to be doing an interview, not with Dave Ramsey tomorrow, but with a real client. She just signed up with me 21 days ago, but guess how she started? She started with the gateway drug of P10. And she did P10 like 1.5 times, okay? And she had great results with it. But I want you to hear from her. Time was her biggest concern. And she said, Aubrey, I know that you offer this P10 loyalty bonus, because whenever I do these challenges, I offer a 10% loyalty bonus. So let's say you're like, all right, Warwick, I'm going to book a call with you. I want to hear about, what you think you could do for me. Are we a good fit? Hot seat coach me, Warwick, all that good stuff. And what she said to me, she's like, Aubrey, I'm going to pay for it no matter what. It's like a time thing with me. I'm going to book that call. And she did not book it within the time frame of the loyalty bonus, which is okay. That's totally okay. I get it. But I want you guys to know you get a 10% discount off my Envision Transformation Program that is 6 months in duration, because some of you need more than 10 days, and it's okay. I get it. That's what I do. But that offer goes away after Monday. Now, as long as you book your call, let's say you're like, I want to book a call with you next Wednesday or on Saturday or whenever. As long as you book that call, I will consider you a part of my P10 sisterhood of this round, and you get and if you sign up, if we are a good fit, then you get 10% off, which is $300 off. So we're going to talk about the total cost of Envision. I'm going to tell you the total cost of the entire 6 months. Now, other programs, what they offer, because I've done a lot of market research on this, you will find programs like mine up to about $7,000, okay? Which, I'm going to be real, like I wouldn't mind selling it for that. Right now, where I am, I'm selling and offering Envision for everything that I do: personal one-on-one coaching, weekly check-ins, 2 Zoom calls a month, once a month FaceTime with me, access to working with or to text messaging me personally Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, as well as I have my own app. Everything is accessible in the app. I guide you on nutrition. I guide you on behavior change. I guide you on your exercise. So everything is customized. Most programs like that, with that high touch service, all virtually, are about $7,000 for 6 months, which I think is totally affordable and worth it. But you have to wonder, what are you comparing it to? Some people are like, whoa, that's so expensive. Compared to what? Compared to, Planet Fitness membership, but compared to maybe hiring a business coach, that is nothing. So my program is $3,000 for the 6-month program. If you want that breakdown, it breaks down to about $17 a day, or about $20 a day, I should say, $20 a day. But you would get 10% off, which is $300 off. So it's $2,700 for 6 months. I do have payment plans, but the monthly breakdown would be a little bit more. That's all. But most people, 50-50. 50% of the people who sign up with me, they'll pay in full. Other people, they can't do that. And they do the month to month. So here's the deal. If you're still out there and that price doesn't scare you, and I hope that it doesn't, it's just a matter of like, what is in alignment with you? And if it's not something you're interested in, that's fine. I'm still going to coach you today on the most valuable tool set in your toolbox for P10. So other than time, yesterday you saw how an example of how I would coach you or a client through finding their stealth mode. Meaning if they don't have time for it, how do we find the time? Because we all have the same 1440. I remember there was a past president in our lifetime who I was like, wow, he has time to run 5 miles a day. He ran 5 miles a day. And he has the same 1440 as us. Obviously, he has people helping him do different things, but he still made the time. He didn't say, hey, I'm the president of the United States. I ain't got time for that. So I admired that he still made time for what was important to his health. So what we do, we look at it like this, just like with P10, our 10-10-10 exercises, and now we added the pillow into our exercises, which I was having fun with, as you know, that you just have to take it inch by inch so it's a cinch versus yard by yard, it's hard. And the accountability piece to working with me is crucial. People, well, my clients, that's what they want. You know, guys, it's okay to not be good at every aspect of your life. It's okay, right? We cannot be a master at everything. Perhaps you are a rock star mom. Perhaps you are just kicking butt at your job and taking names. Perhaps you are just an expert in something that's niched out and you sell things on Etsy and you have a small business or a big business, whatever it is. Or maybe you are the director of a company and you are very busy. Maybe you're on television. I've worked with TV personalities that they're very, very busy and their schedules and their circadian rhythm is messed up. Maybe you're a nurse. And that's a really tough schedule too. Doesn't matter. Everything is customized to you. And my goal is absolutely your goal. All right, so I think that you guys will find this fun. So let's take a little moment to stretch our arms up over our head and interlace those hands nice and high. We're gonna look up and just take a cleansing breath in. And exhale, stick out your tongue and say, ah. Yeah, unhinge that jaw and relax your hands down. We're going to do that again. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Interlace your hands up overhead. Lift your chin. Let the head fall back. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Say, and let the hands melt. Now, this next one, we're going to take the hands, grab behind your chair. Roll your shoulders up, down, and back. Lean the head back. Pull the shoulder blades together. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, stick out your tongue and say, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so it's always fun at Casa Warwick to Steven. But before I talk about cost shifts and your most important ingredient to get you through the weekend and our special guest tomorrow for a quickie, fast action bonus day, we're going to do something that is very reminiscent of Bob Fosse jazz, okay? And this is so helpful, all right? So I grew up with my fun hobby was dance. For those of you who know me, you're like, no kidding. For those of you who don't, all right, now you know. But I love dance. I wanted to be Tina the ballerina ever since I had a record player, yes. Now, what we do to warm up and dance is actually a form of nerve flossing. And nerve flossing is really, really helpful. Your nerves have like this little sheath over them. And we can slide the nerve in and out of that sheath and it feels so good. It is delicious. It is like a calorie-free dessert. And in the wonderful world of dance, specifically jazz dancing, we do something called body part isolation. You're going to see this, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember that from like Janet Jackson days. So this is what you're going to first do. You're going to first nod your head forward and back. Like you're saying, yes, Aubrey, I'm going to finish perfect 10. Yes, Aubrey, I'm going to give you a call. But this nerve flossing starts to change your physiology. And you're going to nod it, yes. You could do it 10 times, but since I'm talking, sometimes I lose count. Now, you're going to take your head side to side. And I used to be blonde. I was blonde growing up. And now I just have a shadow where, oh my gosh, my neck is so tight, guys. Look how far my ear is from my shoulder. The tension from moving my whole life. Okay, so the side to side, I don't call it, you could say this is the IDK, or I used to call it the dumb blonde. Like, I don't know. And if you're blonde, hey, that's okay. I used to be. All right, now you are going to say no. Just say no to drugs. No. What do we want to say no to today, Dan? No to yelling at each other. We never yell at each other. No to fighting. Just say no to fighting. Just say no to the cookies. Just say no to the alcohol this weekend as we go side to side. Oh, yes. Now you're going to lean in like you are giving me a kiss. Mwah. Okay. So this is like our little pigeon or chicken head. All right, going forward and back. The body part isolation, as you guys could see when I was doing that, the head to side, the IDK, that, oh my gosh, you can see where I'm lacking the range of motion. So that would require more static stretching, more PNF stretching, but oh gosh. All right, I digress. All right, now we're gonna do half circles forward, just half circles forward, side to side. Feel the weight of your Smarty Pants head, each side, on each shoulder. Okay, now typically you can go into your back space and go all the way around. All right, and take it the other direction. Oh, I told you it's so yummy. Dad, how are you feeling? He is like in heaven over there. He is in heaven, I could say. Well, that's your birthday present, babe, because I didn't buy you anything. Just kidding. All right. All right, we're going to come back. Now you're going to do some shoulder shrugs. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. Now we're going to have some fun with this. I told you body part isolation. So you're going to alternate just one shoulder at a time. I don't care if it's your right or your left. And then other shoulder. Yep. I wonder if anyone's out there, if it's like, if this is your idea of fun, Aubrey, we are not hanging out on a Friday night. Isn't this a party? Okay, now you're going to go right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Willow is oh, yay. All right, Willow, let's go. Go, Willow. Go, Willow. Go, 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 Willow. All right, now we're going to go a little crazy. I want you guys to watch Dan do this. It is so fun to watch. All right, so you're going to go up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down. I don't know, Dan. Watch out, Magic Mike. Dan's got the moves. All right, last two. Last one. Now let's do some shoulder rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh, yeah. 4, a 3, a 2, 1. Let's take it forward again. Oh, I'm sorry, not again, but this time forward instead of backwards. Willow is loving it. So watch this next one. Watch this. We are throwing you now for another loop. You're going to go up, and how would I do? I forget how to cue this. So you're going to go straight up, and then one shoulder comes forward, the other goes back. Up, forward, back. Up, forward, back. Up, forward, back. Up, forward, back. 2 more. Up, forward, back. Up, forward, back. Now, other direction. Up, forward, back. I'm going to take a peek at Dan. How's it going? Up. He's doing it. Up. Yes, exactly. How they split directions. Ooh, yes. One more. Are you feeling tired? Like you feeling your traps at all? Oh, yeah. He's feeling it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've been having some trap issues because we need to get a new mattress here. The one that we ordered, it's like sleeping on an expensive pile of concrete, way too hard. Yeah. Goldilocks does not like it. Okay. We have been doing shimmies. Shimmy. What else do I want to do with the shoulders that I forget? There's so many different things that we can do. But I now want to take it into the ribs. So you're going to take your hands on your ribs. You're going to go side to side and slide your rib cage. Now, here's the other thing about body part isolation. It's not only fun to kind of do or frustrating. Guess what it's also doing? It is actually working out both sides of your brain. They have to start to figure out, wait a minute, how do I actually do this? Like this guy, right? And, do you guys remember Rhythm Nation? All of this. So if we keep doing the ribs, this is called hemi-balancing or hemisphere balancing of the brain. All right, and this is why I think dancers are so smart. Now we're gonna go forward and back. You can think like you're trying to touch your heart. Give me some heart energy out there. Show me some love. And see how fast you can go. Like you're just mimicking your heartbeat. And then take that heart center and circle it around. Think like you are in a bowl and you're trying to smoothly clean all the parts of the bowl. You're stirring the soup, and we can go the other way. Now, if you want me to teach you any TikTok trends, you just send me the video because your girl's up for it. But who's got time for that? We got goals to crush. Last one. All right. So we can keep going on. I like to teach people how to pop and lock their booties, right? But I'm not going to zoom in on that right now because we got other stuff to talk about. Okay, so that was a fun little way to drop into your body to change your physical state. That we know that the P10 method protocol at the top of our day is gratitude. We know that we want to move our bodies in some way with the 10-10-10 exercises. We know now how important it is to cleanse our liver and to start to minimize environmental toxins, mental toxins, all that stuff. This is a part of what I aim to practice, not only with myself, but with my clients. I feel like it makes sense to me. And if it makes sense to you, boop, give me a yes. All right, so this was something fun. Oh my God, stop saying fun, Aubrey. This was something interesting that I found. And I bet you you guys get this. When we talk about cost shifts, so let's say you know the price of Envision, and price can be concerning to people when they're not sure what to compare it to. We don't know what to compare it to. If they're comparing it to a car payment, it's a coaching service, right? It's a paid for specialized service where you're working one-on-one with a coach. So, oh yes, we have, Elaine, didn't realize my neck and upper was so tight. Exactly. It's like getting a massage and you're like, as soon as they start massaging you, you're like, oh my gosh. And Lisa, yeah, she's saying yes to that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So did you know the average human being, I'm going to say it's probably women, when we go into Target, say we go into Target and we're like, I just need this one thing. By the way, Dan loves our Target here. Apparently he thinks it's the best Target ever in Lake Norman. And Dan does not like to shop. He's like, I can't wait to go to Target. I'm like, all right. But we just have some extra specialties that we didn't have in Irwin. But you go into Target with the intention, like, I'm just going to buy this one thing. I'm just going to buy lemons because at our Target, they have organic lemons. But if you're Dan and you go into Target and you see the lemons, he comes back. And I'm like, I thought you were just getting lemons. He comes back with some other fun things. The average person, when they go into Target, they spend about $43. So probably you guys get that. Thumbs up if you're like, yeah, that's about right. And so if you're always going in and out and you're not ordering your items online, chances are you're going to be spending more. So I had a client from a past P10 challenge. She was an Envision client of mine for a while. I interviewed her on here. Her name's Hannah. She spoke very openly about she wanted to work with me. She was a single mom and she was on a fixed income. And she's like, you know what, Aubrey, I'm giving up the nails and the Botox for the next 2 months or whatever it was that she had to just cost shift. Our coffee habit, if you go to the drive-thru of Starbucks every day, you are estimated to spend about $2,300 a year on that coffee habit. And, that's okay. If the coffee brings you joy, but now you know better because you're going to think twice or 10 more times and say, stop, I'm perfect 10. I don't want to drink moldy coffee. Maybe you're drinking moldy coffee less now, knowing what you know, because you can't unknow it. And you're the P10er. Now you're saving some money, which is really cool. You know, I mentioned Dave Ramsey, and my sister and I have this love-hate, I don't want to say love-hate, love-ish relationship with Dave Ramsey. And he does a really great job at how I think when I put people under the microscope and collect data. So what he does, he puts someone under a microscope and say, we have to look at everything that's happening with your finances. And how sometimes we look at someone's diet, we look at that as well. And it's just data. It doesn't define you as a good or bad person unless we know that you're an axe murderer, which I know that you're not. It's a matter of just saying, this is the data, and how do we shift it to get what we want? Diet's the same. Finances are the same. Kayla says she just doesn't go into Target. That's smart. Now that, my friend, is strengthening your AMC, your anterior mid-cingulate cortex, for discipline. And chances are, I'll tell you what, you probably are an aware person. We are aware. All right. So I pitched you guys the Envision program. We did a recap, but we are going to talk about how you're going to get through this weekend. So let's say, I need to ask this very important question. How many of you eat/drink/move differently when the weekend hits? Drop in the comments either yes or no, or do you do the exact same thing? Okay. I know for me, when the weekend hits, we budget it in. So I'm gonna tell them a quick little truth about a conversation with my folks today. Okay. And then I want to hear from you how you behave differently on the weekends. Just like, is it like vacation mode, like free for all, or you're like, no, it's kind of the same, like whatever. Lisa says, sometimes. Feel free to explain if you have the opportunity to. BJ says, no, she does not. Pretty much the same, retired. So here's what I mean by that. Sometimes it looks like this, where, all right, we have a specific structure during the week, and then the weekend shifts. This can be good, and this could be not in your favor. If you don't have any change over the weekend, and you're not reaching your goal, I encourage you to look at your week. What I would do, I would hot seat coach somebody. Maybe BJ would be open to hot seat coaching. And what hot seat coaching looks like is a series of questions. I'm just asking her, not interrogating her, just asking appropriate questions. Where it's like, all right, well, during the week, do you have the same breakfast? What do you eat for lunch? What do you eat for dinner? What if a friend asks you out to eat on a Tuesday? Do you go out? How do you order at the restaurant? Those sorts of questions. If it's like sometimes or no, I'm retired, that's great. I want you to look at your whole week then. And is the whole week accurately depicted? What I see when I look at people in the wild and I look at their diets, what they don't realize is how flexible life is and how life will always take you in and out of a flow state and in and out of a routine. For example, do you carry the same healthy habits with you when you go on vacation? I'm going to use someone I know who's a relative who will remain nameless. He loves to talk about nutrition and say everything that's wrong with the sad diet. But every time I see him, he can't wait to go out to eat, get waffles and pancakes and bacon and drink alcohol. So I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? A conversation I had with my parents today. They said, well, they love to go out to eat. They go out to eat a lot, which I love to go out to eat, but we go up to expensive restaurants not that often. Well, once or twice a week, I should say. So maybe that is often. But my folks go to like your typical Applebee's chain restaurants frequently during the week and weekend. So my mom asked me today, do you guys want to go out to dinner tonight? And I said, I would choose not to. I bought food to eat at home, but if you would like to go out to eat tonight, that's fine. I'm still going to be spending time with them while they're here. But for me right now, I know that Dan's birthday is tomorrow, and we are going to go to a nice restaurant, and I'm allotting my more festive eating meals or beverages for that time for the week, because I don't want to blow all of my money in 1 week, right? Just like if we were looking at your bank account, where it'd be great to go get my nails done on Monday, maybe a scalp massage on Tuesday, a massage on Wednesday, throw in your whatever peel laser treatment the next day. And then at the end of the week, you don't have anything left to spend because it was more extreme, okay? So I think you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Because there's no right or wrong answer, but it's a conversation to have with yourself. If this was a Zoom session, I think it'd be easier to actually explain this, but so I can be interactive with you all, but verbally. But what happens is that we're not winning the week. We might think a certain way, like we're not winning the week. And if we're not winning the week, it doesn't have to be perfect, as you just heard from me. Like, okay, I'm going to go out to dinner, or if my mom makes her special pancakes, something like that. But it's a matter of how you get back on track. So with Perfect 10, if you follow the protocol perfectly and you don't deviate, you are going to notice the most inches lost and the most, pounds on the scale. You're going to have the biggest increase of energy because of how clean and pristine it is. The same would hold true if Dave Ramsey were here. If he was coaching me, darn right, he'd be like, there's no way in hell you're going to Target. You don't even click on that Lululemon website. You better not even be thinking about going out to dinner this week, right? So he would, from his standpoint, if I followed his baby steps to a T, I would accumulate wealth faster. But how do we live in the gray? How do we live where it's not black or white and find that balance? And hopefully that conversation that I had with my mom helped you out a little bit. We talked the other day, maybe on day 1 or 2, about Dan. Every time we do the Perfect 10 challenge, we do it with you guys. Sometimes we do it perfectly. Other times we're like, listen, we are so living the life. We practice what we preach, that we do want to have more of a festive eating experience on the weekend. So maybe it becomes a perfect 5 with some off-plan meals, and we get right back on. We don't say, oh, we blew it, and then we keep blowing it. Right? Does that make sense? Give me a yes or the no. Stefania says, I meal prep for the entire week so it's consistent. If it's a weekend, there's a party, I will eat what I want without overindulging. I think that is a wonderful technique that you have, Stefania. Congratulations. Give her some love and some snaps. With meal prepping, how I coach my clients is all very different. I don't have the meal prep for the whole week. Stefania, that works for her. It really depends on where a person is at. And do they work from home? Do they have a job that is a long commute, right? So maybe, Stefania, you do. And she's like, listen, this is what works for me. I have to do this. And I think that's awesome. Make sure, and you might be doing this, make sure that when you do prep all that food that you freeze your meats and and that sort of thing, because after 24 hours, it will start to accumulate bacteria and even other things that we don't want in our gut. So I do coach my clients on good, healthy food prep, even if it's in the refrigerator longer than a day. We got to remember to put it back in the freezer and then thaw it out. So anyway, I digress.
Lisa said, not every weekend. It depends on what the weekend brings. Ice hockey tournaments for my son can be interesting. We have food and drink constantly on those weekends.
Yes, the traveling sports parents. So Lisa was just saying, and Dan was reading off her message, like, when we're radically honest with ourselves, because if we're not getting to our goals, then there is there's a part in our brain that doesn't want to acknowledge something, right? That compartmentalizes stuff. And I've learned this from working with people. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm so good. I don't know why I'm not reaching my goals. But let's say on the weekends, it can be tricky. I see the challenges of traveling in general, whether or not it's sports. And it does take intentional prep. So someone like Stefania would be like, all right, I'm on it. Maybe if I know that I'm traveling, I'm going to prep these meals because it's better to have them at the ready than to not. If this weekend seems like it's going to be a challenge for you and you want to be held accountable, let's say, what could be our secret word if they want us to check in with them this weekend? I feel like that's lame. We need a better word than Dan's like perfect 10 me. How about like, yeah, we could, okay. What about if you, okay, I got it. If you want me to hold you accountable this weekend for whatever it is, for saying like, Aubrey, I don't want to drink alcohol this weekend. I want to test myself. I want to prove to myself I can do it. And you want to lean into that a little bit, drop me a fire emoji. We will check in with you this weekend, but you have to let me know what you want to be held accountable to. This is an example of how I coach my Envision clients in their weekly check-in. I say, hey, do you want me to hold you accountable this week for X, Y, or Z? Because they're checking in with me once a week. Some people are like, they want more than that. They want more than a once a while. I see them more than once a week. So they do that once a week. They go either twice a month Zoom and then their monthly FaceTime. So they want even more. They're greedy. No, I'm kidding. They're smart. They're smart. They know themselves well enough. And they're like, listen, I just need that Wednesday accountability check-in. So Stephanie says accountability. Yes, that would be a smart word too. But we're going to say fire. So just drop me a fire emoji, Stefania, if you want that accountability. But I need to know what do you want to be held accountable on? Jen has the fire. Dan, will you write these people down there? Put a little fire emoji. So Jen, Dudek, Stefania, is it safe to assume that you wanted that too? Today is my 15th wedding anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary. Our 15th is coming up in November. Oh, and that's what you were saying. We have a hockey game at the rink with a bar. I will just have water. We also have music in the park afterward. Has alcohol and pizza. I'm having a healthy dinner before and having my kavita. Oh, all right. Lisa's going all in. And there's always reasons to celebrate. So Lisa knows that right now she can find other non-food, non-drinking ways to celebrate. There's definitely been plenty of weddings I've gone to where I haven't consumed booze. Now, booze might not be your thing. For me, I do enjoy alcohol. Not that I'm your girl that's like completely hammered, but I do like a craft cocktail. Not gonna lie. Can I take it out of my diet? Yes, I can. But I try to keep my diet very, very, whole food, perfect 10 style during the week. So when I do have alcohol, it's not completely setting me back. Now, guys, you can find anything on the internet that it's like alcohol is the ultimate devil, and then bananas are the ultimate devil, and then the list goes on. What are you at peace with? That's what I ask my clients. And that's how I was coached before. It's like, Aubrey, what are you at peace with? Do you want to guilt yourself every time you have an alcoholic beverage? No, I don't. So it's like, okay, are you at peace with 2 drinks? Then fine, then enjoy it. But if you're not at peace with 4 drinks, then we have some work to do. And it's the best work that you will ever do. All right. So I digress. Gals, book that call. You have it in your email, or I ain't hard to find. DM me to get your P10 loyalty bonus to sign up for Envision, or at least to learn more. You don't have to sign up. We could just talk. Free discovery call. All right. Lisa wants the fire emoji. Dan is marking that down. Okay, so we will hold you accountable. Holla. Saturday or Sunday? Well, Saturday is not tomorrow because it's Dan's birthday. But on Dan's birthday, show up anyway. Because we are going to be interviewing. It's going to be a quick, fast call. But you don't want to miss this. Her name is Garnet. And Garnet I'm going to ask her. a couple of tough questions. You're going to hear from her why she chose to work with me one-on-one despite her schedule and why she thought this was the best investment for her in the next 6 months. She's rocking, kicking butt and taking names. That's what I want to say. All right, above all, ladies, I want to thank you for being here. Good luck this weekend. Catch the replay. And I will see you tomorrow for a quickie with Garnet at noon.
Remember their free gift if they...
I'm sorry. On social media, if you tag me on social media, you get this free gift. So the next free gift I created along for a couple of special clients of mine, a hip mobility flow sequence. So if you feel like your hips are tight and stiff and you wanted something quick and effective, like somebody just took WD-40 to your hips, please, please, please tag me on the socials, right? Share a story. This is how I can continue to get out of my warm market and stop spamming you guys if you don't want to sign up. So share the shit, would you? And then I will reward you. I will reward you and you get that free gift of my hip mobility flow. All right, guys. Thank you for the love. Patty and Kayla, thank you. Mwah. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow, gang. Bye.